Good evening. This is the Elliott wave update for the NASDAQ 100 and the S&P 500 for Wednesday, July 19th, 2023. The markets continued to move higher today, and that really was within our expectations. And starting here with the NASDAQ, and I'm going to begin on the hourly chart, not much really to be adding, but I have updated the count. Today's early high at 16,062.75 did complete the minute wave 3. So just to do a quick review as we're finishing up here, we're in a minor fifth wave within an intermediate C wave within a primary B wave. So we're getting pretty close to reaching the pinnacle or the top for primary wave B. And that then suggests that the market will peak, turn, and start to head lower again as the primary C wave down begins. So while I'm not calling the top yet, I continue to feel that we are getting close to the completion of this counter trend rally, which really began in October of 2022. So here we are, minor 5. We completed minute waves 1, 2, and today minute 3. So we're looking for a minute fourth wave and then a fifth wave rally. Again, too early to tell if this fifth wave rally is going to really start to extend and really move strongly higher. We still have a lot of earnings reports to come out today. We did get Netflix and Tesla. Both were likely expected to zip higher and move strongly, and that did not happen. In fact, Netflix finished the regular session at 477.59 and is currently trading 450.64 at 450.85. That's the bid offer. So the stock is being marked down $27 currently at the bid that's on the screen. So here we are. And in Tesla, stock is up about $1.50 off of its close, but no fireworks. No, really, like just going after it and just like, this is the best thing since sliced bread. Even though both their earnings weren't necessarily disastrous, but they failed to impress. And so that continues to be what is likely going to be the rollout as we move through this particular earnings cycle. And it just seems that what's happening is that investors and traders are still living in a world where every earnings it's bull. It's a bull market. So earnings they beat the street. They just keep going, and we just buy. And it takes a while to kind of change old habits, I guess you could say. But we'll see what actually happens as, again, we start to get the bulk of our the bigger tech companies. And again, I think we don't really have very much to cover for the balance of this week. In terms of, I just ran through what are, like the Magnificent Seven. So Apple reports, I believe, on the 25th or 27th. No, actually, Apple reports on August the 3rd. We have AMD on August the 1st. We have Amazon. We have Amazon on the 27th, which is next week. Google on the 25th, next Monday. Honeywell, which is in 27th. Intel on the 27th. So the 27th, next Wednesday, seems to be a pretty big day. Next Tuesday will be Metaverse. Microsoft will be on Monday. And so again, starting really pretty much at the beginning of the week, we'll start to see the next larger companies start to roll out and report their earnings. So how is this all going to affect the market? Well, of course, we have to wait and see. But here in the NASDAQ, I am looking for a minute fourth wave, which does seem to have kicked in pretty much right off of that high. Today, we had a pretty strong, let me see if I can open this up a little bit. We had a pretty strong right off that high where they just started to come back in and they just kind of sold it down, which I found very interesting. I don't know if there was any particular news, but I just remember looking up at the screen and going like, wow, tradable. And so, I just traded it as the market started to peel itself off. Now, whether it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave A, then a B, and the C, because here's what we're looking. A normal, and I put quotes around that normal part, what our original expectation would be, or what's normal for a fourth wave, is 0.382. Wave 3 was pretty large. So 0.382 brings us back to 15,681, we'll call it. And by the way, that takes us right into the finishing point for the fourth wave of 1 lesser degree, which is right here. All right. So if we have the internals of this wave, we would have 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the third 4 internal. And then again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for wave 5. And that's all minuet wave 5 to produce minute wave 3. So I'll be looking for an ABC, minuet degree, ABC down. Minimal, I think we should get back down towards 15,800. So pretty much today from that high, we didn't quite get down that 100 points, but we got close. In fact, maybe we did. No, the low was 15,911, and we would have to go on down to quite a bit. So to get to that 100, actually it was, if I take that down correctly. So in any case, I'll be looking for more, and it should form an ABC. So again, this is just way too early. And even if I bring it down and we look at, let's say, for example, on a 30-minute chart and open it up, it's just too early to say A, B, and then we get a C, but stranger things. So we will continue to monitor that and track it. But we've been due for a while where the market just takes a pause from pumping it up and pumping it up and pumping it up, and actually just work our way through a more normal corrective process without the interruption of just having this strong push of buyers. But I cannot forecast and say that's not going to happen. So the inflow has been very strong thus far this week. So, this Monday, Wednesday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So maybe that was enough and we start to pull back, but that's my anticipation that we will continue. You'll find some support very, very quick down below here at 15,892, which is where the hourly 50 comes in. These were resistance on the way up, should provide some support. That's back down towards the 15,800 area, right in there. And then it's on down to the next fib level, which again is 15,680. Being that it's only a fourth wave, I'm not looking for it to go deeper. And mind you, minute wave 4 cannot overlap minute wave 1. We're not in a triangle pattern. This is a clean 5 waves. So if it drops below 428, or actually 432, then it's going to have a totally different count than what we're looking at right now. So everything's still in alignment. The 50s and the 100, or the 200s, are still pointing pretty strongly higher. So I'm going to continue to look for the market to finish up a small fourth wave, and then begin that fifth up. And then once it's in, wherever wave 4 completes, I'll be able to add the fib extensions for wave 5. Over in the S&P, I don't think that the S&P completed minute wave 3 today at these highs. Although, as in the NASDAQ, we reached that high at 4609, which was resistance, by the way. and still is. And that resistance is for minute wave 3. And that being the case, maybe it did complete. And I need to take a look. I'll bring it all the way down to that 15-minute. It would have to be that then completed it, and now we're in an A and a B, and we're still going to come down in a C, and I'm going to end up shallow. So it's kind of, I'm just leaving it open, but there is that possibility that it did right there. Additionally, if indeed it just completed this small internal wave 3 within, so minuet wave 3 within minute wave 3, then we have that small 4, as we just saw, and the potential that this 46.27, 46.28, up to 46.30-ish. So we'll leave that range at 46.25 to 46.30. We'll complete the minute third wave, and then along with the NASDAQ, expectations would be for the S&P to put in a fourth wave. And then again, once I can get those fibs in terms of minute 3, and then I can put the estimated retracements for the fourth wave. A little bit longer term, I'm still looking. We still have to finish the minute 3 and then get a minute 4 and then put in a minute 5th. So, excuse me, all of these upside targets remain active. And what will change is actually right now, none of them, because this, actually, once this wave 5 is in, then this particular set will come down. So if we're looking for equality for that minuet wave 5 will equal minuet wave 1, then actually we're looking for 46.52. Right now, we're giving it the benefit of the doubt that, well, maybe we only get to 0.618, which is the second most common. So the most common is equality, 46.52. The next most common is 46.27. Then we get a pullback, and then we get that fifth wave. And so all of these 46, and for the larger move, 46.50, 46.80. This is connected to the wave that's in motion, so that would come down. And then we have the break, where we could run possibly really right up to right underneath the all-time high. But again, as I've been discussing, cannot and will not just say not possible to go into an irregular B wave, and that would entail new all-time highs, as previously discussed. So again, just in an effort to keep this on a stronger regimen of not going on and on and on, I'm going to complete it today, taking a look at first what we have coming out tomorrow in terms of economic numbers. We have at 8:30 a.m. Eastern, we have initial jobless claims, and we have the Philly Fed manufacturing survey, both pretty strong in terms of market moves. The Philly Fed actually may have a little bit higher reaction from the market than the initial jobless claims, that everybody seems to think, you know, everything that gets put out is okay, and then they just keep buying. But we'll see. And then at 10 a.m., we have existing home sales, and also at 10 a.m. Eastern, we have the U.S. leading economic indicators. So we do have some market movers. We'll see how that all comes in. In the meantime, our next update will be on Thursday, July the 20th.